Hi everyone, I'm Susan. Today we're going to be doing a reformer Pilates on the mat workout. So a few things that we'll be using to replicate how the reformer moves. Gliders. Now if you don't have gliders, you can use a number of things. You can use Tupperware lids. Those work really well on carpet. I'll be working on carpet. If you're on hardwood floor, you can use a towel or even just wear socks. Both of those should work fine. And then we'll also be using a stretch band. If you don't have a stretch band, that's absolutely fine. You can use some light weights. I have some 5-pound weights here. You can use 3 pounds. You can use cans of soup. Anything works. We can also do the whole workout today without any resistance of any kind, any weight or resistance. You can just use your own body weight. And so that's it. Everything else will be on the mat. Make sure you have water. We're going to start with our stretch band. We're going to start on the back. So we're going to do some footwork today with the stretch band. So I want you to take the stretch band, kind of cradle your toes in it. I'll turn so you can see that a little bit better. So my toes are kind of cradled in it. And we're going to start with our Pilates stance. So heels together, toes apart. Make sure your band is kind of the same length on each side. It doesn't have to be exact. And then I'm going to have you wrap it so you have a little bit of a better grip here. Just once around the hands, and then go ahead, lie down onto your back. Now from here, you're going to take the band on the outside of your arms, take your hands behind your head, and then we're going to lift the head and shoulders up into our Pilates curl. From there, lift your legs up. Legs should be in a frog position with those heels together, toes apart. Now, if at any time you need to release the head and shoulders down to the mat, that's always fine. Don't be afraid to make those modifications for yourself depending on how you're feeling today. Little lift into the heels, not a super high arch, but that's active. And here we go, pressing out just like you would against that foot bar, and in. And stretch away, zip up those legs, and in. And press, and in, stretch away, bring it in, and reach. Trying to keep that little lift in the heels as you work so those ankles, those feet stay active, and stretch, and in. 2 more here. Make sure you're breathing. And now, if you can, you're welcome to stay right here and adjust your feet. If you need to kind of use your hands to help you, that's fine. Go ahead and relax the head and shoulders down as you adjust your feet. We're going to go to a parallel position. Flex those feet, squeeze those legs together. Knees, feet, everything zipped up. Come back up into that curl and press. And in. And stretch. Push through those heels here. And stretch. And in. Push away. And exhale. Keep those legs zipped up tight. You're looking right at them. Keep yourself honest. And reach. And stretch. Reach. Nice. And stretch. Give me 2 more here. And stretch. And push. All right, we're changing the position. I'm actually going to use my hands to change this one. We're going to take our wide position here, and we're going to bring our heels inside that band. So right away, there's going to be some tension in it. We're going to find that same position. Let's drop the head down just a little bit to give it a rest. Come back up. Just if you lost your band a little bit, just like I did. Let's turn out that big wide turnout and push through the heels. And in. And push through the heels. And push. Abdominals working to hold that curl. And push. Now, if you find that that band is kind of rolling and you're losing it, go ahead and put the toes back in and really just push through those heels. My band is rolling, but I think I can maintain until we change positions again. And push. 4 more. 4. And 3. And 2. Ooh, just adjusting my band. And last one. Okay, I'm going to use my hands again. We're going to go back to a parallel position. We're going to cradle the toes in that band again. Go ahead and give the head, neck and head a little rest here. So legs are squeezing together. Let's find that position with the upper body. Find that curl. That's the band behind your arms. Just try and lift those heels up nice and high. There's your high arch here. Squeeze those legs and push. Keep that high arch really pointing through the feet and in and push and in. Reach away and stretch and push. Really feel those quadriceps as you straighten those legs. Full extension through those legs. Reach across the room and stretch. And in. 4 and 3 and 2. Hold this next one out there. Hold. Flex the feet. Point the feet. Bring it back in. And stretch away. Flex. Point. And in. And stretch. And point. And in. Reach. Flex. And point. And in. Again, feel free to release that head and neck if you need to. We always want to challenge ourselves, but that doesn't mean forcing things. Doesn't mean working with pain. All right, 2 more here. Last time, reach, flex, and point. Bring it in. Let it go. Hug those knees in. All right, we're going to come up to sitting now. Keep your band. We're going to use it for the next one. We're going to wrap it around the feet. So place it on top and then wrap it around the soles, kind of like you just did with your hands. I'm going to turn so you can see that a little bit better. I've got it. I know it's hard to see because it's the same color as my socks almost. So I wrapped it over first and then just looped it underneath the sole of the foot. So now I know it's really secure. It's not going to go flying off in the middle of the exercise. So we're going to start with the legs out in front. We want to get really nice and tall in the spine. Now that can be a lot on the hamstrings. So if you need to bend those knees, release those hamstrings because we really want a nice, tall, neutral spine. So I'm going to grab the ends of the band and wrap around. Now you're welcome to wrap around a few more times or just grab a little bit closer to your feet if you want some more tension. So we're going to start pulling those hands in, easy shoulders. Everything is relaxed. And then we're going to start by aiming that waistband for the mat, rolling back, that half roll back. Stop about halfway. And then lifting all the way up nice and tall. Now, if you can extend those legs all the way, go for it. That's actually going to give you a little bit more counterweight here, making that position a little bit easier to maintain, but of course, a little bit tougher on those hamstrings. It's always a trade-off. And roll back. Send that tailbone under. Reach the legs away if they're straight. And back up. And rolling back again. This is just kind of our prep. But as always, add-ons are optional. So if this variation is feeling the best to you, stay here. I'm going to add on a little bit on the next one. Rolling back, hold that position. Reach those arms out to a low V. Feeling those abdominals just kick in a hair more. Pull those hands right back to where they just were. And lifting up nice and tall. And rolling back. Stretching it out. Bring it back. And all the way up. And roll. And stretch again. This is just a little prep. We're going to take it into our full back row in just a moment. And that will be yet another add-on. So feel free to stay with either of these 2 variations that we've already done. Here we go. We're going to take it into the full back row. It's a lot of steps. Stay with me. We're going to go slow. We're going to roll back. You're going to reach open. Now I want you to press those arms all the way behind you as you dive up and over your legs. Rounding over yourself. Reach those arms even more behind you. Now stay folded over your legs. Reach the arms open to the sides. Reach forward towards your feet. That band is going to go slack here. That's okay. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Stretching through the spine. Pull those hands in towards you. Stack up the spine nice and tall. And you're ready to go again. A lot of steps. A lot of moving parts. Here we go. Rolling back. Punch it open to your low V. Press back, fold forward, stretch those arms, reach all the way around. lengthen, and then pull in. Stack up the spine here, and rolling back. Open, press, circle it around. Stay folded over yourself. The tendency is to roll up here. Wait, wait, wait. And then stacking up the spine here, head lift last, and roll back. And open. And fold. And stretch it. Reach it around. And then pull in. Stack it up. Okay, now we'll take it into our back rowing. 2. Let's bring those arms up. We're going to take that whole shape back in a straight back this time. So now, no curl. Reach the arms up as you sit up nice and tall. See how far you can stretch towards your legs, keeping that nice flat back. I can't go much further than this. And then you're going to round over yourself. You're going to press those arms all the way behind you. This is that same position we were just in. Circle it around, reach it forward. Bring it up nice and tall. Fold those arms. Hinge it back. Reach as you sit up. Lengthen forward. Round and press. I know, even more moving parts. Stretch back. Circle it around. Reach forward. Stack it up. Fold and hinge. And stretch. Lengthen, lengthen. And round. And press back. Reach. Circle it around. Reach forward. Stack it up. 2 more here. And hinge. Lengthen up. Stretch. Lengthen forward. And round. Press back. Reach. Circle it around. And sit up tall. Last time. Fold and hinge. Reach it up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And round. Dive. Reach it back. Circle it around. And sit up tall. Well done. All right. From here, we're going to take it into our full roll down. So you may want to grab just a little bit lower on that band, and then go ahead and wrap your hands again, or full roll up, I should say. And from here, you're just going to reach forward, stretching over your legs, like you did in that last position of our rowing, and you're going to roll back. So rather than that straight spine that we just did, we're rolling again. Keep the arms just a little bit lifted to keep tension in that band as it helps you on the way down. You're going to hold it here. We're going to pull the arms back for 1 wide row. And then chin into the chest. Again, feel free to lift those arms to get a little bit of help from that band. All the way forward, stretch. And sit up nice and tall to finish. And then rounding forward to start again. I'm going to scoot a little bit forward on my mat since I rolled off of it on the last one. And rolling back. Slow, slow, slow. Reach those legs away. I have my feet pointed, but if it feels better to flex those feet, flex those feet. Control it down. Don't let gravity take over. And all the way down. Give me that 1 row at the bottom. Chin into the chest. Oh, and all the way up. Now there's that catch, right? That little spot that's tough to get over. Let's talk about it on the next one. I'll give you an option to get over that spot. Rounding forward and rolling back. Scoop. Tuck that tailbone. Feel each piece lay down one at a time. Hold it down there for that single row. Now, let's talk about that catch on this one. Rolling up right about here. It gets tempting to use momentum. Try to avoid that. Touch those elbows down. Use those arms to help you over that catch. Once you're over it, arms reach forward again. Finish it off. And sitting up tall, relax those shoulders. Proud chest, lift through the spine. And round forward. And rolling back. Slow, slow, slow. All the way down. And stretch. Chin in. Use those arms if you need to. Fight for it. Stretch forward. And lengthen up tall. We're going to roll down one more time. And we're going to stay down there. Here we go. Stretch forward. And send that tailbone under. Stretch those legs away. Lengthen through that lower body. Slow, slow, slow. And let's finish off with that single row. Open up the chest. Try to keep those ribs down and release. slide those legs in, and we're going to take off that band. So we're going to do an exercise called backstroke, and we're going to hold the band this time in the hand, just to give the arms a little tension here. Nothing crazy, so I'll show you how far I have my band. Now from here, pull that belly in and then lift those legs up to tabletop. And then we're going to curl the head and shoulders up here. So then I want you to bring your hands to your forehead. I'm going to walk my hands in a little closer on that band, give myself a little bit more tension. From here, you're going to stretch arms and legs up, straight up together. They're going to circle open together. And then you're going to reach that band for your knees as you curl up just a little bit higher, and then fold everything back to the start. Try to keep those shoulders up if you can. If you need to release for just a moment, that's okay. Make those modifications for yourself. Stretch up, open and circle, fold in, reach, open, circle, fold in, reach, open, and in, up and around. Reach. Give me one more here and we'll take a brief rest. And then hold it here. Just relax it down, let everything go. Try to keep those legs up if you can. All right, we're going to reverse it now. So come into that same starting position, a little bit of tension into that band. We're going to reach forward first. Reach for those knees, see if you can curl up just a hair higher. Circle, open, up, hold the shoulders up here. Fold it back to the start. Stretch. Circle, up, back to the start, stretch, around, up, back to the start, stretch, circle, up, back to the start, reach, circle around, stay in that curl, and in, and around, up, and in. Two more, stretch, around, up, stretch, and around, up, and hug it in. Release it down, shake the head side to side. It's a long time to be in that curl. Let's rock up to sitting. Give yourself a little rock to come up to sitting. We're gonna sit on that band now and do our front rowing series. So just get it anchored underneath your bottom, making sure you have more or less equal band on both sides. Again, it doesn't have to be precise. If you need to bend those knees again here, to release those hamstrings, that's fine. This is a very challenging position to be in and still stay tall in the spine, and that's what we're going for. We want to get that nice neutral spine. Feel free to sit on something. If you have a yoga block or a small block or even a chair, that's also fine. So we're going to start here. Arms in by the sides, like a robot. And then we're going to reach forward. Now I want you to turn the palms away, reach down, keep reaching those arms forward as you reach down, tap the mat, then reach all the way up, circle open, fold it in. Reach forward and up, rotate, tap down, forward, lengthen through the spine even more here, and around. If you feel you have too much or too little tension, adjust. You're also welcome to do that little wrap here if you don't want those tails of the stretch band. Reach. Turn, little tap, all the way up and around, fold it in, and reach, and tap, all the way up and around, fold it in. Two more, reach, rotate, tap, all the way up, circle it around, fold it in to finish. Last time, reach, rotate, tap, get taller as you reach, and around. Okay, we're going to build on that. So we're going to start here, and you're going to round over yourself. I kind of call this the powered down robot, so we've still got those robot arms. So we're kind of powered down here. I want you to stay in that curl. Stretch the arms forward towards your feet. Now keep the arms right there. Stack that spine up. Hold it here. Reach those arms all the way up and circle it around. Power it down to finish. Fold it in, round over. Stretch, lengthen up, all the way up and around and forward. Lengthen up, all the way up and around. One more time like this, and we're going to change it just a little bit. All right, lengthen up, stretch, and around. So now we're going to take the arms with us as we stack the spine up tall. We're going to start the same way. Stretch forward. Now take those arms with you as you lengthen up. Circle it around. Power it down. And stretch. Take those arms with you. Overhead, tall, tall, tall. Circle it around. 2 more. And stretch. Lengthen up. Circle it around. Power it down. Last time. Lengthen it up. Circle it around. 1 more rounding. Let it go. All right. So let's take it into our offering. We have a few options with the band. We're going to come onto the knees here. So make sure you have enough padding. If you need to roll up that mat a few more times to get a little bit more padding underneath the knees, that's fine. So 2 options with the band. You can kneel on it. That's option number 1. And again, of course, you can wrap those hands like we've been doing. Or you can simply place the band around your rib cage, if that's a little bit more comfortable. If you're doing this, you can also sit down. That's fine, and have the band just wrapped around. I'm going to go underneath my knees. That's where I prefer it. You go where it's comfortable for you. I'm going to wrap it so I have a good grip. And then I'm going to start with my arms at my sides like I'm holding a tray. Shoulders open, collarbone wide. You're going to reach your arms forward. Stretch open. Forward again. And in. Back to the start. Forward. And open. Forward. And in. Stretch. Open. Stretch. And in. Keep going. I'm going to adjust my band. It's a little uneven and it's bothering me. All right. Well, almost. And open. Forward. All right. 2 more. And open. Forward. And back. Last time. And open. Forward. And back. Okay, so now we're going to take it into our hug a tree. Reach forward again. Open out just like you just did. Now turn the palms forward and act like you're hugging a giant beach ball or a tree right in front of you. And close. And open. And open. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Open it out. Turn those palms up. Close back in front. Release it down. Now, I would recommend loosening up that band quite a bit for the next one. We're going to take it all the way overhead. Go ahead and wrap again. And then we're going to take those arms all the way up overhead. Fingertips together. Drop down to your forehead. Push up and out. That band is going to roll along your arms, whether it's around your rib cage or underneath your knees. And in. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. 4 more here. 4. And reach. 3. 2. Last one. Hold it here. Open out. Lower it down with control. Nice job. All right, we're coming back down onto the back, and we're going to take it into our mid-back series. So I'm just undoing my band. It's kind of sticking to itself. If yours is doing the same, please adjust it. So for our posture series, you have a couple of options with the band. Again, I kind of like to put the band around my neck. That's where I feel like I get the best tension from it. But if that's not comfortable for you, I understand that. So you can place the band just around kind of where the shoulder blades are, the upper back. You're going to come down onto your back, and I'm going to move mine around my neck. And that kind of holds it in place whether I'm curling or not. I find that it being here, it kind of moves around a bit more. It's just a personal preference thing. You choose what works best for you. So from here, let's engage the core and take those legs up to tabletop. From here, we're going to start reaching the arms straight up to the ceiling. You're welcome to wrap the band around your hands if you want to, and press down and up. Adjust the resistance as you work, especially for each position that we're going to do. You might want different resistance for each one. And down. and up, and stretch, and up. Reach past your hips, and up, and stretch. Nice. One more here. Okay. Bring those arms up to the ceiling. Stretch those legs up to the ceiling. Now, as we press the arms down, the legs are also going to lower down. Press down. So arms and legs do essentially the same thing. And up, and down, and up, and up. And keep that back anchored to the mat, pulling the abdominals in. And up. Two more here. And up. Okay, so on the next one, we're going to press the arms down. We're going to curl the head and shoulders up, and we're going to hold that curl, and just the legs are going to move. So you're going to press down, hold that curl, and now just the legs. Lower and lift. And lift. And up. Four more here. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it here. Let's bend those legs to tabletop. Keep the arms by the sides. Let the head and shoulders come down. Turn those palms in to face your hips, and then open out and squeeze in. Open out, squeeze in. Open and squeeze. Open and squeeze. Now, I didn't say this when we first started this series, but if you're not using a stretch band today, this would be a good time to grab those weights. You can do this series with the weights. Next one, let's add our legs. So as the arms come in to the sides, we're going to stretch both legs out across the room. And in. And in. And in. Stretch. And in. 4, 3, 2. All right, same thing as before. And the next one, we're going to bring the arms in, head and shoulders come up into your curl. You're going to hold that curl and just the legs move. Come into that curl, hold that position, stretch, and in. Reach. Nice. Stretch, and in, and reach. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2. And last one, hold those legs in tabletop. Keep the arms where they are, head and shoulders come down. We're going to finish with our tricep presses. Bend and press. I'm going to grab a little bit more tension on my stretch band for these. Go ahead and do the same if you want. Push and bend. Make sure every time that you get that full extension. So a lot of times if we're against the mat, I can't get that full extension. So you've got to kind of lift those elbows off just a little bit. We want to keep them low. We don't want the elbows going up and down. I want to keep them low, but I do want you to get that full extension of that tricep, of that arm. 2 more here. We're going to add those legs in again. Single leg stretch here. So one leg reaches out as both arms straighten, pull it back in, reset. And other leg. Pull it back in, reset. Stretch. Make sure those wrists are long on that tricep press. What I mean by that is we don't want to do a tricep press here. Look at my wrist. We want to stretch all the way through. And back. And back. One more time each leg here. And we're going to finish it off. Here we go. Press those arms, curl the head and shoulders up, and now just those legs. Stretch and stretch. Really reach through those arms. Reach that leg across the room, pulling out of that hip socket. Stretch and stretch for 4, and stretch, and 3, and 2. Last one. Hold it here for me. Just try to curl up a hair higher. Go for it. Reach those arms. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. And then go ahead and release all the way down, taking that band out from behind wherever you have it. All right, so we're going to do some bridging next, some hip rolls. We're going to take the band and we're going to wrap it around our thighs. So go ahead and bring your legs together to do this. And then wrap it around. You only really have to go once. We want it fairly snug. you don't want it to be so tight that it's cutting off circulation right away, but we don't want to start with it slack. Once you've got it wrapped around, I went underneath and then back over on top. Go ahead and give it a nice little knot. Nice thing is it sticks to itself, so that knot is pretty secure. Try not to tie it so tight that you snap it. Sometimes that happens. And we're going to come down onto the back. Right away, I want you to take the legs hip distance so there's a little bit of tension into that band. Arms by the sides. We're going to roll through the back. So I want you to pull your low back down into the mat first, then press into the to send the hips up into a bridge. And then rolling all the way back down, feeling each vertebrae touch down onto the mat one at a time. So that low back come down and then release. Keep that press out into that band. So even when you release, collapse together. And again, rolling through all the way up, push, squeeze into your bottom, and then roll all the way back down. As we roll up, when you get to that top point of your bridge, make sure that we're not arching into the lower back. I'll try to pull my shirt out a little bit so you can see that. We want to make sure that the front of the body is nice and long. Try to get all the wrinkles out of the front of your pants here, really sending that tailbone under. So we're not using that arch in the back to get that height in the bridge. We want to use the glutes. We want to open up through those hips and down. Okay, one more, just like that. Just kind of warming up. Back side. And down. We're going to add on the next one. Of course, add-ons are optional. So if this up and down in the bridge is feeling good to you today, stay here. You can also hold the bridge. And all the way up. Now, if you want to add on, keep those hips nice and still. Stretch one leg out across the room. And back down. And then stretch the other. And back down. Every time both feet are down, take just a second in the air to reset that bridge. Making sure that as we work, we don't just progressively drop and drop and drop out of that nice form. And stretch. And in. But anytime you need to come down and stretch those hamstrings, if they're starting to talk, please do. And stretch. And down. Whew. And down. All right, one more time to side. Stretch. And down. Hold it here. Rolling all the way down through the spine. Okay, we're going right back up. Here we go. Pull that low back down first. Squeeze into your glutes all the way up. Now I want you to hold it here, a little presses out into that band. Now see how much you can keep your feet anchored. So a lot of times we let the feet kind of roll with this movement. You can keep them anchored as you do little presses into that band. Whew. We're here for a little bit. If those presses become too much, just hold that bridge for me if you can. So nothing moves, but those knees opening out and out. I'm going to turn so you can see that a little bit better. I'm pressing open and open and open, trying to keep my feet planted. And I didn't forget about you. We're almost there. Press and press. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Soften back just to hip distance. Don't let all of that tension go just yet. All the way back down. All right. Now we're putting those last two together. We're going to do one leg reach each side. Hold at the top and 2 presses. So here we go. Rolling all the way up. Hold it here. Stretch right, down. Again, reset that bridge a little bit. Stretch left and down. Hold it here. Press and press. And down. Exhale and down. Hold here and press and stretch and down and reach and down. Hold here and press stretch, stretch, hold, press and press. 4 more times. And stretch and press and press. This is 3, reach, hold, open, and open. Last 2, and reach, and press, and press. Last time. Keep those hips nice and high. Do a check-in on your low back for me. And press, and press. Hold, and slowly with control, roll all the way down. Let's give those knees a little hug into the chest. You deserve it. Okay, so we're gonna roll up to sitting. We're gonna keep that wrap of the band. We're just gonna move where the band is. So you're gonna move it down so it's kind of around your ankles now. Just keep that little wrap with that knot. And I want you to press out, flexing those feet. And we're going to take it into kind of our short back series, our round back, our straight back, and our lean. So we want to make sure those heels stay anchored, a lot of pressure into that band. And we're going to start grabbing opposite elbows, just relax the arms down by your sides. Holding it here, we're going to roll back, aiming that waistband again for the mat. Hold. We're going to bring those arms up to the forehead. Keep them there, round all the way over your legs. And then as you sit up tall, just let the arms come back to the starting position, relaxed against you, and rolling back. Arms up, and forward, scoop, 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 and all the way. If you keep going, I'm gonna go over a few things that I want you to watch out for as you continue to work. You're gonna roll back. Now, a lot of times here, what happens is we kind of pop up in a straight spine, and then round over, and then stack it up. And that kind of makes our bodies think that we've curled forward. So I really want you to focus here on kind of pulling that navel back. So rather than popping into that straight spine here, keeping that C curve, and then stacking it up to start again. And roll back. And up. Forward. And up. One more time here. And roll back. Arms up. Round forward. And stack. Okay, let's take it into our flat back, our straight back. So hands come to the forehead. If you have any shoulder issues and that's not comfortable, take your arms across the chest for me. Hands to the forehead, and now instead of rolling back, you're going to hinge. Similar to what we did earlier with our front rowing. And then all the way up. We're going to do a few like that. And back. And you should feel that shaking pretty soon. I am shaking for sure. Not sure if you could see that. And back. And lift from the chest to come up. And shoulders lead the way here. Chest leads the way. Give me one more here. And up. Now we're going to do that same flat back with a lean to the side. So you're going to kind of lead with your elbow as you take a flat back over, leaning to the side. Keep those knees pressing open and back up, rotate back to center. Let's go to the other side. And lean. And back up. And lean. Flat back. Dive it out to the side. And back up. And lean. And up. And lean. And back up, good. And lean. 2 more times each side. Almost there. See if you can deepen that work. Go a little bit further to the point where you feel like you might not be able to get back up. And back up, good. And over. And up. Relax those arms. Let's give those shoulders a roll. Nice job. Okay. Let's take that band off. We're going to unknot it. Want to get that knot out. That's probably the hardest part of the whole thing. And it gets nice and sticky. All right. So from here, we're going to put the band around just one foot. I like to do that same little loop so that I know it's not going to go flying off my foot. You can loop it however many times you want. I just kind of have one single, but I know it's secure. And then we're going to come onto hands and knees. So I have it around my right foot to begin. So I'm going to drop my opposite elbow down to the floor. And then my same arm as the foot that's my same hand as the foot that's in the band, is going to hold the band and anchor it down. So from here, I'm going to stretch that leg back, get a nice long line, pressure into that band, and again, you control that pressure. And I'm going to sweep that leg out to the side. You can tap your toe on the floor if you want to. You can keep the leg hovering off the floor if you want a little bit more of a challenge. And back, and open, and back. Now see how much you can bring your weight evenly between those arms. Easier said than done. But the tendency is, of course, to lift to that supporting side. We want to try to avoid that as much as we can. And up, and open, and back, and open. And that gives me 2 more here. And back, reach through that leg, sweep, and back. Now hold it here. I want you to come onto both hands, and we're gonna bend that knee in. Keep it hovering if you can. If you need to rest that knee down onto the mat, that's fine. And back. Now, if it's kind of catching you in a bad spot, you can adjust where you're holding that band. And in, and push back. We want to get in line with the body. So what I mean by that is we don't want to push to here, right? I'm a little bit below. I want to push all the way so I'm in line with my body. Still pulling the belly in tight so I'm not just sinking in my back. I'm really pulling up. Strong shoulders, lifting up in between those shoulder blades here. Now, of course, if you have any wrist issues, feel free to drop down onto forearms to modify for those wrists. Give me 2 more here. And then we have one final piece, one final addition. Okay, we're going to continue this leg movement where we're going to add the opposite arm. I'm going to adjust my hold because I'm slipping a little bit. All right, from here, we're going to stretch that leg back, reach the opposite arm, and back down. Well, technical difficulties with the band. And stretch, and down. One more time like this. Let's add a little kind of cat, little flexion to this. So rather than putting everything back down, round in through the center, knee and elbow come in. They don't have to touch. It's not wrong if they do. And stretch, and round, and stretch, and round, and stretch. Give me 2 more here. Last one. Okay, see if you can hold it here. Little pulses up, and up, and up. I know. And up, and up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it in. Take a nice stretch, release that hold on the band. Let it go. All right, you can unloop your foot. Now, before we take it to the other side, let's just open up the chest a little bit after all that forward work. So we're going to take the band. You're going to place it just in front of your thighs. I'll turn to you so you can see that a little bit better. Tight glutes. You can also do this standing if being on your knees is not comfortable. That's fine. So from here, you're going to press back, open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and release. I'm going to grab a little bit closer and back. That way my arms are going a little bit straighter back, less out to the side. I'm going to turn again so you can see this view. And back, and release. And open up the chest, and release. And back. And stretch. And reach. And press. Give me 2 more here. And we'll do our other side of our leg sweeps. And last time. All right. So I'm going to turn, but you can stay where you are just so you have a better view of this side. We're going to wrap that band. I'm putting it around the left foot, but if you did the left foot before, put it around the right foot this time. So same hand, As the foot that's wrapped, it's gonna anchor and hold that band. Opposite arm, we're gonna drop to that elbow for this first set. And we're gonna reach that leg out, and we're gonna sweep it forward. You can tap that toe down here or keep it hovering, and back, and out, and back, and back, and open, and stretch. Strong upper body as well. It's a full body workout, full body exercise. And again, just like on the other side, see how much you can resist totally lifting to that supporting side. And stretch. And stretch. 2 more here. And stretch. Last time. And stretch. Okay, so we're going to bend that knee and come on to both hands here. Adjust your hold if you need to on that band. And we're going to stretch straight back and then in. We want to try to bring it up in line with the body as well as back. And stretch. And in. And in. Reach. And stretch. Okay, ready to add that arm? Here we go. No tuck just yet. Just reach that opposite arm. And down. And stretch. And down. I'm going to adjust my hold a little bit. And stretch. And stretch. Feel free to put that knee down each time. One more here, and then we're going to add that tuck. All right, if you want to, let's add that tuck. Reach and round in. And stretch. And round in. So we're never putting that knee down. Never putting that arm down. And stretch. And stretch. Try to get that spinal movement as well. That rounded spine. Whew. And one more. Hold it here. Little pulses up. And up. And up. Keep breathing. Feel free to put that hand down if you need the extra support. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let it go. Let's take a nice stretch here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right. So from here, we're going to do some seated rows. Open up that chest again after all that forward work. So we're going to take that same little wrap that we had earlier, wrap it over and then around the foot on both feet. And knees could be bent here. And then from here, I want you to grab the opposite side so the band's going across. So we're going to start here with palms facing each other. Feel free to wrap that band if you want a little better grip. Sitting up nice and tall, and a pull. And slow release. And adjust if you're not quite at the same amount of tension on each side, like I wasn't. And release. And pull. Try to land at your rib cage. And pull. And release. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And release. And again, if you're not using a band, this is a great time to grab those weights. And you can do this whole sequence with weights. 2 more here. And release. All right, from here, we're going to go wide, palms face down now, and you're going to pull open. I'm going to turn to you so you can see that a little bit better. You keep going. From here, so my elbows are pulling wide, my shoulder blades are squeezing, and release. And pull. Squeeze. Really make it about those shoulder blades squeezing together as opposed to ribs popping. And again, I'll turn to the side so you can see that a little bit better. So here, I'm really focusing on my back, squeezing my shoulder blades, as opposed to doing something like this, where I'm arching and really popping those ribs out. and pull, and pull. And me two more here. We have one more after this one. Okay, from here, we're gonna go back to that low pull. So I want you to turn your palms to face the ceiling, pulling back. Again, we wanna try to get those hands to land at the rib cage. So if that tension is too tight and you land here, loosen it up a little bit so you can go back just a little bit further, squeezing those shoulder blades. And pull. 4 and 3. Keep those wrists nice and long, nice and flat. All right, nice work. Okay, let's take the band off. So we'll need the gliders for the next one, but the gliders are optional. I'm going to show the version without the gliders first, and then we can add the gliders in for anyone who wants to. So from here, legs are long in front of you. Hands are back behind you. Fingertips face you. And you're going to lift up. It's a reverse plank and slowly lower down. That is the version without the gliders. Again, just as with our bridging, you want to make sure that we're not arching into the back. You're really squeezing from the glutes, trying to keep the front of the body nice and long and down. Now, if that's too much, feel free to bend those knees here and take that here and down and up there. That's absolutely fine. Now, if you'd like to use those gliders, we're going to take it into our tendon stretch. So fold up your mat because we want to be able to glide along whatever floor you're on. Hands are still going to go on the mat to keep those hands in place. And heels are going to go on the gliders. So from here, you're going to do that same thing. You're going to slide out, lift up, bring it back in. Stay hovering. So I'm hovering off that mat. You can't really see that, but I promise I am. And scoop. And slide out. Whew. And scoop. Isn't that fun? And slide out. And scoop. If you prefer to place your hands directly on the floor rather than that mat, that's absolutely fine. You go where it feels good to you. 4 more. Do we have 4 more? 4. And 3. And 2. We can do this. And last one. And lower it down. Well done. Okay. You can place the gliders away for now. I'm going to leave my mat folded because we're going to come onto the knees, and that's going to give me a little extra padding for that. So we're going to kneel on the band here. I'm going to start with my right arm. You're welcome to start with either side. I promise we'll do both sides. And we're going to grab the band. You can loop it if you want. I think that's going to be a little too much tension, so I'm going to release that. I'm going to start here with the hand at the shoulder, and you're going to reach up. And up. So you control the amount of tension. If you want more, grab a little bit lower on that band. And then we want to make sure we keep that shoulder out of the ear. Our goal here is to stay totally upright, both sides of the waistline equally long. So we don't want to lean at all to get that arm overhead. Bottom tight, core engaged. Shoulder out of the ear. 2 more here. And down. And last time. Now you're going to grab that band with both hands and twist and center and twist and twist and twist. Now, there's this position of having those arms right out in front of you in that big circle. Hurt your shoulder. Take those arms in just a little bit. Make sure those hands stay centered in your chest. So we're not just reaching the arms across. It's coming from the waistline. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, And last one here. I want you to take that band. We're going to take it over to the other hand, but we're going to keep it anchored underneath that same knee. And you're going to reach up and open, fold it back in. It's like you're drawing out a sword, or like Saturday Night Fever, whichever one you prefer, whichever one speaks to you. And down, and reach, and down. If going up at this angle is not feeling okay on your shoulder, take it more out to the side, like this. Give me two more here. And then we take that band back into the other hand, the original hand. One more. You can do it. And back in. Take it back into the original hand. And now we're going to do our hug the moon. So you'll start here, both arms reach open to a T. We're going to reach overhead like we're hugging the moon above us. And open. So for this one, you'll notice that I slackened up my band a little bit. I do highly recommend that for this one as you're going all the way overhead. But challenge yourself, don't make it too slack. Keep yourself honest. And open. And open. And, all right, give me four more here. 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. All right, from here, we're going to stay on the knees, and we're going to do a little side stretch. Reach the band forward, holding in both hands, and you're going to hinge back. I'll come to the side in just a second so you can see me a little bit better. And you're going to reach the band overhead, reach it back in front, all the way back up. You keep going. I'm going to come to the side so you can see that movement a little bit better. You're going to hinge back. Keep it a long line from the shoulder to the knee. Reach the band overhead. Don't let anything else change. Forward, all the way back up. I'm going to go over a few things I want you to watch out for as you continue to work. We don't want to do this, right? That's the tendency, but I've just arched. I want to hinge, taking that whole shape. Again, we don't want to arch here. Nothing else changes. Keep those ribs in. Forward and up. And back. And up. One more here. All right, see if you can keep that band overhead as you come up. That's optional. Back, forward, now hold it here. Take that whole shape up. Relax the arms to finish. And back. Arms overhead, take that whole shape up with you. And relax. 2 more. And up, all the way up. And down. And back. And up. All the way up and down. Okay, so I'm going to come forward again so you can see this one a little bit better. We're almost finished here. And you're going to hinge back. You're going to take that shape to the side, forward, other side, forward, and up, and back. Twist, forward, twist, forward, and up, and back. Forward, forward, and up, and hinge, twist, twist, and up. Whew, one more time. Bottom tight, twist, twist, and up. Nice job. Okay, let's stay right here. Take that band underneath the knees. We're going to take that band over to the other hand to start. I had it in my right hand before, so I'm taking it to my left hand this time. Wrap it. Arm starts at the shoulder. Reach it up and down. Bottom tight. Again, we're looking that we don't lean, we don't twist. Shoulder stays down. So adjust that tension as you need to achieve all of that. And down. And reach. And down. stretch, and down. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2. Last one, let's take it into our torso twist, our side twist. So I'm gonna hold it with both hands and twist. Hips stay forward and twist. Again, if that hurts your shoulder, bring those arms in a little bit. Just make sure those hands stay centered in your torso and we're not leading the movement with the arms. We're not just dancing the arms around. And twist. And twist. Really wring out the torso. Feel like your torso is a wet towel and you're wringing it out as much as you can. 4 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Okay, let's take that band over to the other hand and we're gonna draw out our sword. You're gonna unfold and reach up, fold it in and down. I need to adjust my tension a little bit and up. Again, if you prefer to think of this as Saturday Night Fever, by all means, whatever works for you. And up and down. Whew. All right, 2 more here. Whew, last time. Whew. Okay, let's take it back into the original hand. Both arms reach open to a T, and we're gonna hug the moon above us. And open, and up, and open. Don't forget about your glutes. Don't forget about your core. Keep pulling those ribs down. And of course, shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. They always like to join in. Keep them out of the ears. And up. So close. 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Whew. Nice work, everyone. All right. So you can put your band off to the side. If you'd like to use your mat, just keep it folded. I'm not going to use mine for the next one. You're going to need one glider. I'll show you how to do this without a glider as well. Of course, we're going to take it into our front splits. So I'm going to start with my right foot forward and my left toes on the glider. So I am actually going to have just a little bit of weight on that glider, not too much, primarily over my front leg. I'm going to take our hands behind the head, elbows wide. Of course, if that doesn't feel okay on your shoulders, keep your hands here on your hips, or you can cross the arms over the chest. All are fine. When you get nice and low in that right leg, in that front leg, I'll say, in case you're on a different side. It's straight. You're going to push yourself back. I want you to stay low, like you're underneath a low ceiling, and you're going to drag yourself forward. And you're going to push yourself back. And drag yourself forward. And push. So everything's happening from this front leg. You may not be able to get all the way straight, like sometimes we're able to do on the reformer. That's okay. Straight on that one. Doesn't happen every time though, and that's okay. Now, if you're not using a glider, keep going if you're using a glider. If you're not using a glider, you're going to come down into that same position. I want you to get as low as you possibly can. Same arms if you can. And you're going to push up, straightening through that front leg, but keep that back heel up. And then all the way back down. Straightening and then down. If you're on that glider, keep going. You're still working, trying to get that leg straight, but if you feel like you're losing control, reduce that range. Give me 2 more. Last time. And then all the way up. Ooh, give those legs a shake. Okay, other side. Either on the glider or not. My other leg comes forward. And my arms deep bend. And then stretching back and dragging it forward. I'm making my range small to start until I find my control. You want to stay low. Almost think of getting lower as you pull yourself in. And in. Whew. We are halfway there. 6 more. Whew. 4. Slide. 3. Stay low. Whew. 2 more. Last time. And straighten all the way up. Well done. Okay. Place that glider off to the side. Let's unfold the mat. We're going to do a little extension. So we're going to need the band for this one. You're going to drape it over the backs of your legs, right the base of your glutes. You can rest your cheek or your forehead down. You're going to grab onto the band. I want your palms to face the ceiling here. So you're grabbing the band from underneath. And I want you to grab close enough so that when you're just totally relaxed here, your arms are not on the mat. That's too wide. You want to grab in a little bit tighter so your hands are kind of hanging by your sides here. You're going to rotate the palms in to face each other. Press those legs across your pubic bone down. Reach the band for your feet. It's hovering slightly off the body, but we're not reaching it way up here. Lengthen, 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 and then just relax. Let everything hang. Let it go. And rotate and lift. Stretch. Keep pulling the belly up and in. The belly will not leave the mat, but I still want you to pull it in rather than pushing it out against the mat to get that height, to get that extension. And relax. And lift. And down. And down. Hold the next one up. Hold this one up. Either hold or pump for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down. Let's do that again. Rotate, lift, cover that band. Either hold or pump it 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. Relax, relax, let it go. Rotate, lift, hold it here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. And last time. Rotate, lift, and pump 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Take that band, just push it off to the side. Press yourself back. Child's pose, relax, relax, relax. All right. So you can fold up your mat again if you've got a glider. If not, you're welcome to leave your mat the way it was. We're going to place one knee on the glider. I'm going to start with my right knee on the glider. Left foot comes forward, and I'm going to send that glider back, just dropping in to my hip. I'm going to turn so you can see that position a different way. Holding it here. If you feel comfortable, come up onto that standing leg just for a little bit of balance. And if you would like to, take that same arm as the leg that's back up, give a little stretch up and over, opening up that side of the body. Now, of course, you can do this whole thing without the glider. Make sure your knee is padded. Glider just allows you to send that leg back just a little bit more. Sink down into those hips. Bring it down. And let's switch. Sliding that knee back, really sinking into those hips. And then if you'd like to, you can either balance here or take that same arm up. Give it a little stretch up and over to the side, reaching through those fingertips, breathing. And breathe down. You can take the glider away, put it off to the side, push yourself back over your feet, tuck yourself into a tight ball, and then send your heels down. Legs are still deeply bent. Lay yourself down onto your thighs, let everything go. Shake the head no, nod the head yes. Let's do that again. Shake the head no, nod the head yes. And then dropping the tailbone, pulling the belly up and in, let the arms just hang. You should feel like a rag doll. Rolling up 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, head lift last. Nice work today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got a good workout. Have a great day, everyone.